a.m. with your hosts and voices of the Eastern Musketeers, Mikie and Wslm. Buckle in for exciting high school basketball action here on WSLM. Tonight's game is brought to you by the following sponsors.
Welcome to Eastern Musketeers basketball on WSLM 1220 AM. The pregame show on WSLM is brought to you by these sponsors.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Musketeer basketball. I'm Mike Batt, and alongside me is the voice of the Musketeers, Wes Jury, as the Musketeers welcome in conference foes, Scottsburg Warriors. Both teams come in undefeated. It's going to be a tough one for your first conference matchup tonight for Coach Weatherford.
Absolutely, Mikey. I'm thinking it's going to be a track meet, and it usually is with Scottsburg. But a lot of length on that end of the court, and a lot of athleticism. And it's going to be. I think it's a winnable game, but it's going to be a tough one. And we're going to have to do some good things and limit turnovers and try to control the boards on these guys.
Oh, I definitely agree. They got the matchup with Jacob inside, starting with 6'9", so he's not going to have the normal advantage that he has, and they got length at the guard position that's going to probably cause havoc. They're going to play, from inline to inline. They're going to pick us up and they're going to make us play, and there's no need for a shot clock with them tonight. I mean, it's going to be get it up as quick as they can get it, and they want as many possessions as they can get, and this team. With two kids moving out, and they're still as good as they are this year.
Yeah, I agree with you. You got the Richardson kid, a Miller boy, Clancy boy's back. Zellers is here. The Martin kid come off the bench last year and absolutely torched us. And they got it from all angles, and they're going to just be tough to guard, in my opinion.
Yeah, and just watching them here in warm up, the Zeller boy, left-handed, touch from the three-point line. It's going to be a difficult matchup for us, and we're already, putting ourselves in the hole with having some discipline issues tonight that we got to address, and, hopefully these guys learn from it. And, I think if you're Coach Weatherford, your goal right now is to survive the first quarter and then, see what happens from there.
Absolutely, and, I'm sure that once the coach got the lineup card, he was probably a little bit surprised about what he's seen there, but that's going to be their goal is to try to stretch this thing out as much as they can here in the first quarter.
Yeah, and on the flip side of that for us, I think you've got to try to keep this as, minimal as you can, and, and that's not taking anything away from the guys that starting for us tonight because, I think they can, really benefit, and I think they'll be all right. You're starting some guys that normally ain't going to get a lot of playing time, but, I think in the long run it could benefit us.
That, and Mikey, and that just goes to show you, any given time, you better be ready to answer the bell because it could be your time, and what an opportunity for these kids tonight here.
Yeah, and I think on the other thing you add to that is if you're a senior, not a senior, you're going to obey by the rules, and if you're not, I don't care who we're playing.
Yeah.
Coach Weatherford has his rules, and I admire him for sticking to them in a big game like this. And let's get into this a little bit more. As the last 2 years was a split with this team. We beat them, 10-12 here in Coach Cribble's first year. We went over there, and they kind of put it to us. And, had a little revenge on their mind, and we never really could recover from an early deficit, but.
They didn't shoot the ball real well over there. I remember last year, Mikey, we played board, shot the ball fairly decent, then go over and we couldn't throw it in the ocean over there.
No, and I felt like every opportunity when we had a chance to, really make it close and, make a ball game of it, we either turned it over or we couldn't score or whatever, couldn't get a stop. And, I think tonight we're going to have to control the tempo, take care of the basketball, and, he had a big game against Borden. He's going to have a bigger game tonight, and that's Cade Anderson.
Oh, yeah. And I tell you, another one that's going to have to control the basketball and control the tempo is going to be, again, night in, night out, is Caden Temple. He's going to have to just basically take control of this end for offense on our end.
I agree. He's going to have to create, now the thing that changes all this is, and you talked about it briefly, is how does Scottsburg react seeing that we're not starting the normal people? I mean, how do you, as a coach, you prepare for a week now or half a week, however long they've had, for Jacob Cherry or whatever, and now you're not going to see him out of the gate.
Nope. You're going to be without it for 8 minutes, as from what I'm told. We're going to be without it for 8 minutes, and it's going to be it'll be something to see, how these kids respond once they get in the ball game here, and are they going to sulk, pal around, or are they going to come in and try to do good things and try to lead by example?
We're going to be at a size advantage to start with, Wes, and I think it's going to be crucial we got to box out. We've got to control the boards. We can't allow them to get multiple shots up, and there's going to be a lot of long rebounds because they shoot it from deep, and we've got to block out at all five spots.
Well, I can guarantee you Coach Richardson's got them fired up talking to their broadcast guys over here. They're playing at a little bit different style this year than they played in the last couple of years with Cutter over there. He's the second leading scorer in Scottsburg history, which that says a lot. But they can only play at a controlled tempo with them. But I can guarantee you they're getting the ball up down the floor this year.
Well, and the other thing is I think they feel like they have an opportunity to win conference this year. And, it starts here tonight. They want to come in and set the tone, and worst case scenario, as a coach, you don't want to fall behind the 8 ball and lose your opening conference ball game.
Mikey, we've got about 10 seconds here, so we'll take this chance to step away and hear a word from our sponsors while we get the national anthem and the starting lineups, and we'll be back to you in just a moment to get you those lineups here. But you're listening to Musketeer Basketball on WSLM out of Salem, Indiana.
Hoop season is back on WSLM. Whether you're listening to local high school girls and boys basketball, IU or Purdue men's basketball, or the Indiana Pacers, you'll need to get dialed in to the WSLM Sports Zone to follow all the action this season. And what better way to enjoy the game on WSLM than to pair it with great food from Papa John's? Go to your Papa John's app to order for pickup or delivery. Call 812-883-3369 or stop in at their location at the corner of Main and Hackberry Street. Either way, stop in for a hot, fresh pizza, breadsticks, wings, or desserts, and a cold drink today. And keep your radio tuned to WSLM for hoops action all season long. And to hear more great specials from your Papa John's in Salem.
We're here at McDonald's Gymnasium for tonight's game. It's time to introduce the starting lineup. And the crowd is on their feet and they're going wild. And here comes the new players. We've got the premium quarter pounders coming in tonight alongside the chicken classic sandwiches. Playing forward tonight, we have got one-of-a-kind McWrap. Guarding your hunger, it looks like we've got McDouble and McChicken coming in. And starting in the center court tonight will be Big Mac. Look on the sideline, folks. We have Chicken McNuggets cheering tonight alongside those golden delicious fries. Hot and always ready. You'll score points every time you bring the family into Salem McDonald's, right here on Main Street, before or after the game. Don't forget to top off your favorite meal with a cold soft drink, that famous Mikie D sweet tea, or something from their full line of smoothies and McCafe coffee drinks. Order inside from 4 a.m. to 11, or get that one-of-a-kind taste 24 hours at the drive-thru. McDonald's, I'm loving it.
This has been the Eastern Musketeers pregame show, brought to you by these sponsors. The wait is over. It's time for the tip-off on WSLM 1220 AM. This is Eastern Musketeers basketball, presented by these sponsors.
All right, welcome back here to Eastern High School as we're about ready to get the starting lineup as well as to go through both teams' starters and head coaches.
All right, Mikey, let's start off with the Scottsburg Warriors. They'll go with a 6'3 junior, number 5, Caden Richardson. A 6'5 junior, number 11, Jack Miller. 6'9 junior, number 20, Wyatt Zellers. 6'3 junior, number 32, Cody Clancy. And a 6'3" senior, number 42, Jacob Martin. The Warriors are coached by Mr. Eric Richardson. And now for the Eastern Musketeers, they'll go with a 5'10" junior, number 10, Cade Anderson. A 5'11" senior, number 12, Caden Gibson. A 6-foot junior, number 22, Reese Weiniger. A 6'2" junior, number 25, Caden Temple. And in the middle for the Musketeers, a 6'4" freshman, number 40, Brody Temple.
Well,
And the coach of the Musketeers is Mr. Ray Weatherford.
You know, you're looking at besides, Gibson, you're looking at a possible starting lineup for next year. You're starting 3 juniors and a freshman. So, and this team, once again, still without Branson White, and he's a big part of this, that hopefully that second half of the season when things really pick up and it starts meaning something, we get him back.
Yep. That'd be a blessing if we get Branson back, towards the end of the season. We'd like to get him back in January, get him in basketball shape by the time the tournament run hits. And he comes to the center, Brody Temple and Zellers, and the tip is controlled by the Warriors of Scottsburg, and it's off to Clancy. He'll walk it across half court here. Musketeers look like they're in a man-to-man here of some sort. Here's Clancy out top, left side to Richardson, back to Clancy out on the top. He'll slide it right, now dribble it in. He'll look for a jump shot, not. Now off to Miller. Off to Zellers. Zellers looking. Now gives it back to Jack Miller. Now down low, ball tipped away, stolen, tipped away by Brody Temple, and off to Caden Temple. Now Musketeers for their first possession. Here's Caden Gibson on the baseline, back out to KT. KT drives in the middle, kicks it out to Cade Anderson. Anderson has it out top, now slides it left to Caden Gibson. Now back to Anderson. Now right side to Caden Temple. Temple back out top to Cade Anderson. Anderson tries to drive, nothing there. Now goes back to Temple. KT with it now out top, goes to Reese Weiniger. Now left side now to Cade Anderson. Anderson back to Reese. Reese right side to Caden Gibson. Gibson thought about 3, now dumps it down low. Cross court to Caden Temple. Temple spins. Goes up for a little 15-footer. No good. Rebounded out of there by Jack Miller of Scottsburg. Miller up ahead to left side to Clancy. Clancy now. Down low now to Wyatt Zellers. Zellers goes to work on Brody Temple. Spins back out to Clancy for 3. No good. Rebound fought for. And looks like it's going to be out of bounds on Scottsburg over to the Musketeers. Slow start here, Mikey, for both teams.
Well, this is exactly what we need. We played pretty good 2 defensive stands right there, and they've already seen they're going to come out and trap us in a half-court trap here.
There's Temple to Anderson, up ahead now, down low to Brody, kicks it over to Reese Weiniger. He goes up with it, gets fouled by Clancy, and go to the line to shoot 2. Pretty good right there by the Musketeers.
Yeah, it was.
Weiniger will be at the line for 2 shots here. Try to put the Musketeers on the board. No score here yet. 6:21 to go in the first. Reese eyes the first one. It's on the way and good. Reese will have one more. Eyes it. It's on the way and also good. 2-0 Musketeers. 6:21 to go here. Now into Clancy. Clancy will walk it across here. Setting the offense up. He'll get a screen by Zellers. Now he'll look to penetrate. Goes in with the left hand. Too easy off the glass. 2-2. Now the Musketeers. Here's Cade Anderson. Scottsburg still in this trap here. Off the Reese. Back to Cade. Cade now gives it to Temple. He breaks pressure. Looking. Over to Caden Gibson. Gibson drives. Step through. Now back to Temple on the left side. He'll pull up for a 3. No good. Rebounded by Clancy. Now Scottsburg looking to run. Up ahead now to Richardson. Down low to Zellers. We're going to get Temple for a foul. Probably a pretty good foul there, because if he'd have been able to turn, that was going to be 2 points. There's nobody behind him.
Right, but I don't really agree with the call. I thought he was there.
Scottsburg basketball underneath their own basket. Clancy to trigger it in. He gets it into Martin. Here's Martin's 3. No good. Ball spot for. on the ground, and we're going to have a jump ball, and it's going to be Eastern basketball. Tell you what, these kids are playing hard out there right now, Mikey.
They are. I mean, they're doing a really nice job. I think, you know, KT's he's got some 2 good shots. He just got to let things happen. You know, he can't.
Here's the pass across the KT down to Brody. Tip off the glass and got it. Little brother to brother right there, Mikey.
Yes, it was.
Here's Jack Miller. 4-2 now, Musketeers. Clancy out top with it. Looking to penetrate. Steps back for a 3. No good. Ball's fought for out of bounds. Going to go to Eastern.
You know, if I'm them guys on the bench right now, they better be glad some of these guys only got a quarter.
Well, Musketeer basketball, we're under 5 minutes here in the first. 4-2 lead by the Musketeers. Reese Weiniger with it. Cross court to Caden Gibson. Gibson now. Left out. Now we're going to throw away turnover. Martin in a breakaway. Going to be picked up. He'll lay it off the glass and got it. 4-4 now. That's what we got to limit, Mikey, right now for turnovers. Especially, I mean, that's an unforced turnover in my opinion. And Reese Weiniger. Now, here's Anderson. Down low to Brody. Brody blocked away by Wyatt Zellers. Richardson fades it inbound to Zellers. Up ahead to Martin. He'll lay it off the glass and got it. 6-4. Scottsburg on top now. With 4:16 to go here in the first quarter. 8-8 to Reese. Back to Kate Anderson. Anderson now. Over the top to Brody. Cross court to Kate Gibson. Gibson looking. Back out top to Kate Anderson. Now right side to Reese. Reese is going to let 3 go. No good. Rebound spot for come out of there by Caden Temple. Temple up with it. Got it. Circus shot, Mikey. 6-6. Tie ball game. Clancy. Left side to Zellers. Out top to Richardson. Richardson thought about a 3. Now spins. Back out top to Jack Miller. Miller looking to penetrate. Nothing there. Here's Richardson on the left baseline. Spins, walks, no call there. Now goes on, and he's going to have an offensive foul. Kate Anderson steps in there and takes it. That might have been a little bit of a makeup call there. But
yeah, and I'll take this one before the travel.
Yeah. 6-6 to score with 3.5 to go here in the first quarter. Oh, here's Kate Anderson. He'll walk it. Now back to Reese. Reese, cross court to Caden Gibson. Gibson looking. Now turns the ball over. Richardson comes up with it. Left side to Clancy. Clancy's going to get called with a travel. You know, Gibby's stronger than that. He's got the dribble over there.
Yeah, we're panicking. You know, we're seeing this pressure.
As number 1 Bowles will check in and replace Clancy. Here's Anderson. Still 6-6. 3 minutes to go here in the first quarter. Anderson with it. Back to Reese. Cross court to Gibson. Gibson now. Back to Reese. Now goes to Anderson. Anderson looking to penetrate. Now here's Temple for a 3. No good. Rebounded by Martin. Martin of Scottsburg. Going to be, got a steal by Brody Temple. Now to KT. Kate Anderson. Right side to Reese. Cross court now to Temple. Temple back to Kate Anderson. Anderson with it out top now. They're trying to trap us all over the floor, Mikey.
Yeah.
I think we can get layups out of this if we just move the basketball. Here's Anderson. Anderson with a little floater. No good. Rebounded by Zellers. Zellers brings it up the floor. Goes to work. Spins. Looking for the shot. Now back to Bowles. Bowles for 3. No good. Rebounded by Kate Anderson. We're down to 2:07 to go here in the first. Still tie ball game. 6-all. Brody Temple, right wing. That ball's turned over again. There's a travel. Travel by McGinnis that's checked in the ball game, Mikey. I didn't catch that one. I hope you did.
I got it.
Okay. We're going to have a 30-second timeout by the Musketeers, and we'll keep it here. Well, Mikey, I think Coach Weather's got to be very pleased with the effort out of his kids right here, right now.
Oh, most definitely. I mean, you're exactly where you kind of want to be. I mean, I said it, you got to survive the first quarter, you know, and the thing about it is that bench better come in ready to go, because this 5 right here is left it on the floor.
I would tell you what you said about having 1 quarter left. I'm not so sure if I had more quarters that I wouldn't play them more.
And I'm telling you right now, I'm thinking if I'm Coach Weatherford, they may get some more quarters come Friday night. Now, down here, we just got to be patient. You know, you can spread them out. You can drive gaps. I'm liking KT's shots. I think he's kind of pressing a little bit. He feels like he's got to score. Defensively, I've been extremely happy with it. I think we had one lapse right there when Reese closed out off balance, and they got a layup. But other than that, we've been pretty good.
I mean, they're bigger than us in 4 out of the 5 positions, Mikey, and the kids are in there battling, trying to get rebounds. Here's KT in the center. Back to Anderson. Anderson will let 3 go. No good. And we're going to have a foul on Brody Temple. That kind of bad spot. Wrong place, wrong time there.
And it's a situation that's a good shot, but, you know, it's off basically 2 passes, you know. Make them play defense a little bit.
Now Bowles with it. The Zellers out top. Zellers slides it right. Now here's McGinnis for 3, and he buries it. 9-6 now. Scottsburg on top by 3. Minute and a half to go here in the first quarter. Back to Reese. Cross court to Gibson. Gibson drives.
They got to get their hands off of it.
Temple on the left wing, back out top to Reese. Now here's K-Day. Hey, back to Reese. Reese Weiniger. Reese out top to Caden Temple. Ball's turned over. Bowles picks it off up ahead now to Martin. Martin jams it down. 11-6 now. 1 minute to go here in the first quarter. Musketeers need a good shot right here. Here's Reese. Back to Cade. Cade. Off to Temple. Temple with it. Out top to Reese. High post. Down to Cade Gibson. Gibson's going to be shoved out of bounds, and that'll be Richard's second one, I think, Mikey. That will be Richard's second foul. And he's going to go with him. 21 seconds. I'm going right back to KT right here. Here's Gibson. Gets it in now to KT. KT on the drive. Up with it. No good. And rebounded by Zellers. We're going to have a foul called, and I believe that one's going to be on Brody Temple as well. That'll be Brody's second.
He's getting his money's worth in his quarter. Got to get a stop right here at the end of the quarter.
Down to 35 seconds. It's Scottsburg basketball holding on to a 5-point lead, 11-6. Here's Bowles down the middle. Kicks it left side to Richardson. Richardson stepped on the sideline. Back to the Musketeers with 26 seconds, Mikey, left in this first quarter. Ball comes in to K-Day. Anderson with it. Looking. Goes back to Reese. Ball's about stolen away. We got numbers if we go ahead. Ball's turned over. McGinnis picks it up. Now over to Martin. Martin back to Zellers. Zellers will let 3 go. No good. Rebounded by K-Day with 8 seconds to go. Down to 6. Anderson with it. Cross half court. Over to Gibson. Gibson lets 3 go. No good. And that brings us to the end of the first quarter. The Scottsburg Warriors on top of the Eastern Musketeers, 11-6. We'll step away here, word from our sponsors. Be back to you in just a moment. You're listening to Musketeer Basketball on WSLM out of Salem, Indiana.
AEG, in association with Turner Classic Movies, presents John Mellencamp. Live and in person, 2023. April 17th and 18th at Kentucky Performing Arts, Whitney Hall. Tickets on sale now at mellencamp.com. After a joint surgery, injury, or illness, Meadowview and Salem Crossing are the best choices for helping you recover. Our Moving Forward Rehabilitation Program offers a full range of therapies. We're here to help you return home safely with the skills you need to live life on your own terms. Meadowview and Salem Crossing, two great options for your rehabilitation. To learn more, visit asccare.com or call 888-996-8272.
Welcome back here to Eastern High School as we're set to start the second quarter play. Musketeers trailing 11-6.
All right, Scottsburg basketball, Bowles with it. Left side now to Clancy. Clancy drives the middle. We're going to have an offensive foul on Bowles. Well, I used to see that a lot when Taylor played in Division II. They made that call a bunch, and I've seen it more this year in high school basketball, and I've seen it in years.
Yeah.
Here's Temple now. As Yancey Edlin, Jacob Cherry, Cody Bannett. Here's Cherry for three. Got it! 11-9 now. Here's Bowles. Off to Zellers. Now Clancy. Clancy drives down the middle. Up with the left hand. No good, but he's fouled and go to the line to shoot two. So on the floor for the Musketeers, you have Kate Anderson, Caden Temple, Cody Bannett, Yancey Edlin, and Jacob Cherry. For the Warriors, you have Bowles, McGinnis, Clancy, Miller, and Zellers. And Clancy at the line to shoot two, Mikey. Clancy eyes the first one. It's up, and he rattles it in. Clancy have one more. Got to push this back out to a 4-point lead. Second one is on the way, and good. Musketeer basketball here. Edlin, let's figure it in. It backed off this pressure now, Mikey.
Different lineup now. I mean, I think they thought they'd get away with it. It was effective for them, but...
Yeah. Here's Temple. Left side to Bannett. Bannett for three. No good. Rebounded by Zellers. Zellers off to Miller. Jack Miller should have been an offensive foul. Nothing there. Here's Zellers. He's going to attack down the middle. Carries the basketball. No call. Up with it. Got it. 15-9 now. Musketeers trailing by 6. Left side to Cody Bannett. Bannett with it. Back out to Caden Temple. Temple hands it off to Bannett again. Bannett back to Yancey. Yancey on the left wing. He'll drive middle now. Spins back to the middle. Goes up with it. Got it. Got to get back. Here's it. Clancy. Clancy out to Bowles. Bowles gets all traveling. Richards is going to get him out of there, I think. Here comes Martin back. He'll replace Bowles. (15-11) now with 6.5 to go here in the first half. Temple walks across the timeline. Right side now to Kate Anderson. Anderson drives it to the baseline. Nothing there. That ball gets flipped away, turned over. Can't go down there, Mike. That's no man's land down there. Here's Zellers for three. Got it. 5-point swing right there, Mikey.
Yeah.
Hayden Gibson set to check in the next dead ball. Here it's 18-11 now. Musketeers trailing by 7. Down to Yancey. Yancey drives it baseline. Cross court to Cody Bannett. Bannett back out top to Kate Anderson. Anderson back to Kate Temple. Here's Yancey Edlin for three. No good. Zellers with a rebound. It's 1 and out down here, Mikey.
Yes, it is.
Here's McGinnis for a three. Got it. Well, you're going to get a timeout here now. Timeout, Musketeers. It's going to be a 30-second timeout again, Mikey, as the Musketeers trail 21-11 over Scottsburg.
Well, I think we've become satisfied with the three-point shot.
Yep.
And, I thought the first one Cody shot was probably a little quick, but off the baseline drive, when they kicked to him, he was hesitant because he missed the first one so bad. We've got to have a short mind. You got to be ready to shoot, but understand we can get them at any time in the possession. It was drive when we got Yancey going to the basket. That's what we got to start attacking them. I think
do they not see we got a 6'10" guy standing down there too?
Yeah, and I mean
he's a pretty big target.
They're going to foul us. You just got to be strong.
Well, here we go. The Musketeer basketball out of the timeout. Caden Gibson is checked in for Cody Bannett.
He got Kate Anderson.
Or Kate Anderson, sorry. Cody, out top now to KT. KT, right side to Caden Gibson. Gibson, looking, goes back to Temple. Temple on the right wing, he'll slide it back out top, give it off to Yancey Edlin. Now left side to Jacob Cherry. Cherry, looking to penetrate, goes to Gibson. Gibson drives the middle. Nothing there, back to Cody. Cody, now Gibson. Yancey with it out top now, holds on to it, now slides it right to KT. Back to Yancey. Yancey shot fake, spins, back to Cherry. Cherry lines a three up, no good. Rebounded by Miller. Up ahead to Clancy. Clancy, three on the way, no good. Rebounded by Jacob Cherry.
Fortunate there.
Yes. 4:40 to go in the first half. Musketeers trailing by 10. Go ahead, Mikey.
Well, Yancey had Zellers out of position. Was probably going to draw a foul. You know, we give it up because we didn't want to get blocked.
Here's Cherry. Now look in there. He's got to work. Yeah, you got to work. You got to work. Oh, we're going to get him for an offensive foul. Here's Kate Anderson. So, Kate Anderson checks in. He replaces Caden Temple. We got to be efficient right now, Mikey.
Yeah, this last 4 minutes, we got to do something, cut into this lead.
Here's Clancy. Back out to Zellers. Zellers will let three go. No good. Man, that's two good looks they've missed right in a row, Mikey. Up ahead to Yancey. 4 minutes to go in the first half. Kate Anderson to Cherry. Now left side to Bannett. Bannett looking. Let's drive it back out top. Give it off to Yancey. Yancey, right side to Cade. We got to look inside. At least let him touch it. Now here's Cherry for a 15-footer. No good. Rebounded out there by Wyatt Zellers. Zellers, Miller. Miller traveled. No call there. Pulls up for a 15-footer. No good. Rebounded out there by Jacob Cherry. He'll get it off to Kate Anderson. Anderson with it now. Back to Yancey. Yancey with it. Right side to Caden Gibson. Gibson. Back to Jacob. Jacob shot fake down the middle of the lane. Lays it off the glass and got it. Well, they must think he can shoot the way he went for that shot fake, Mikey. Here's McGinnis with it out top. Right side to Martin. He'll let three go. No good. Rebounded by Jacob Cherry again. Nate Anderson, he'll walk it across, being guarded by Clancy. Anderson off to Edlin. Edlin, wrecks the traffic, back to Anderson. I think he's got to drive it down and give it to him again, Mikey.
I agree.
Left side now to Yancey. Out top to Cherry. Cherry's going to let three more go. No good.
Falling in love with it.
Here comes Miller. Miller pulls up for a 10-footer. Got it. Ball's tipped away, and it's going to stay with the Musketeers. With 2:25 to go here in the first half, it's 23-13 as KT will check in and replace Caden Gibson.
We need to try to get this to about 6 at the half.
AT, he'll walk it across, being guarded by Jack Miller. Slide it right now to Kate Anderson. He'll dribble back out top. Now go left to Yancey. Here's three for Yancey Edlin. No good. Rebounded by McGinnis. Ball's turned over by McGinnis. Now here's Edlin. Edlin. Left side to Cody Bannett for a three. No good. Rebounded by Miller. We're shooting about 1 of 20 from the three-point line right now. Here's Zellers with a 15-footer. Drops it in. A 12-point lead, 25-13 now. Cross court to Temple. Now back to Edlin. You're not going to get it all back at one time. Here's Yancey with a 15-footer. No good. Ball's out of bounds and touched the top of the backboard. begging for a foul. Referee said he didn't touch it. Here's Clancy. Clancy, back to Zellers. Now out to Jack Miller. We're down to minute 26 to go in the first half. Musketeers trail by 12. Miller with an 8-foot pull-up, and he rolls it in. I think they can get that shot anytime they want it right now.
Yeah, I mean, they're just spreading us out.
27-13. Scottsburg on top. Temple on the left wing. Goes to Carey. Gets KT on the back door. Off the glass. Blocked away by Wyatt Zellers. To McGinnis. Up ahead to Clancy. Clancy off the glass. Blocked by KT and covered by McGinnis, and he'll lay it in. 29-13 with 48 seconds to go. Hayden now, 37 seconds. Left side, baseline to Cherry, back out top to KT. Down to 27, KT with it, pulls back, 3 on the way, no good. Rebounded by McGinnis. Here's McGinnis on the move. Left side to Clancy. Clancy will drive baseline. Kicks it out to Zellers. Zellers wide open 3. Got it. 32-13 now. 9 seconds to go in the first half. Here's Kate Anderson out top with it. Down to 4. Anderson pulls up a little floater. No good. Rebounded out there by Martin. And that'll bring us to the end of the first half with a score. Scottsburg Warriors 32. The Musketeers 13. We'll step away, hear word from our sponsors. Commissioner's Corner. We'll be back in just a moment to give you first half stats and comments from Mikie. You're listening to Musketeer Basketball on WSLM out of Salem, Indiana.
It's time for the Commissioner's Corner, an exclusive weekly conversation about Indiana high school sports with the Commissioner of the IHSAA, Paul Neidig. Now for an up-to-the-minute report about what's happening in the constantly changing world of high school sports. Here's Coach Bob Lovell with Commissioner Paul Neidig.
Welcome back, everyone, to our weekly conversation with the Commissioner of the IHSAA, Paul Neidig, and talking about a very busy time for the IHSAA. So, Paul, your fall sports are, quite frankly, with the exception of gymnastics, everybody will be in action. Got region semi-states in football, girls basketball week number 3, boys basketball practicing. Just go on down the list. Everybody's involved right now, and it's a special, special time to be a high school athlete, parent, and fan in our state.
It is, Coach, and we're making that transition from the outdoor sport of the fall to the indoor sport of the winter, and a little snow this week and cold weather, so it's telling us that it's time to step indoors and where we have a little heat going on and enjoy some indoor sports from the winter. And yeah, everybody's rolling, but we're going to stay outside for one more week, and we're going to celebrate some semi-state championships this weekend in football.
Well, there are clearly some tremendous matchups, and you're down to a point where everybody realizes when you come to Lucas Oil Stadium, you don't win. You're disappointed clearly, but you had a great run to play for a championship to end your season. But we're going to be Lucas Oil before we know it. And just this weekend's a perfect example. We talk about the Champions Radio and Television Network, or the Champions Network, when we do the pairing shows. But this weekend's a perfect example of why it's the unique type of network in the country. We're the only state that does this kind of network. And people who aren't able to get out because of weather and whatever factors, you can watch all of these games and listen to all of these games this weekend in the semi-state round of the football tournament.
Absolutely, Coach. We've tried to develop a product here that's IHSA TV that promotes high school athletics just like we do. And all 12 of our semi-state games this weekend will be available for view, whether it be on your television with one of the apps or on your computer. The IHSA TV will carry all 12 semi-state games. And certainly we want people to go out and attend, and they will. There'll be a phenomenal crowd this weekend. But, people who can't travel as much, or it's not as easy, or for me, it's just like the football junkies out there. You can get on there and you can watch multiple games and go back to them. But you know, if your high school is out of it, but you're really interested in a game that's in the northern part of the state, log on to IHSA TV and watch that game on Friday night. I think it's a pretty good product out there. And again, it's just one more avenue to promote student athletes participating for their high school.
He's the commissioner of the IHSAA, Paul Knighting, and Paul, this time of year too, as you're busy getting these other sports involved in the winter season, it is imperative for everybody to understand exactly what's involved as we get ready. Basketball, we move indoors, so we can hear, you know, we're a little closer to the action, and we want to make sure we understand the concept of sportsmanship as we go indoors.
Absolutely, and sportsmanship is so important. But, you know, we've made the effort here. Sportsmanship is, we all know what it is. When we step outside of that, it's a conscious decision to do so. And we are all about the classroom. And the standards that go on that are expected in the classroom on a daily basis need to be part of the game, need to be part of every game. That's the way coaches are expected to act on the sidelines, such as a teacher, and student athletes need to have the same decorum that they have when they're learning in their math class. But that doesn't mean passion has to be left, because we have a lot of folks out there that teach with passion every day, and students learn with passion. And we want that to continue. But you know, there's just a standard out there that we have to maintain as a society, as civilized people. We've got to be able to show some respect, even if we don't agree. Respect is still the most important thing, and Coach, I've said it many times, we're going to celebrate the positive, the sportsmanship, but every once in a while somebody's just going to have to go home, and hopefully we get it straight and then come back later. But we've got to get it right for these kids, because they're learning from all of us.
Thanks for listening to The Commissioner's Corner with IHSAA Commissioner Paul Neidig and Coach Bob Lovell. And thank you for your continued support of the high school in your community.
This is David Moore at John Jones. Turkey season is here. Now you have the opportunity to not only stuff your belly, but stuff your pockets. Right now at John Jones, we are looking to buy your car. We are always looking to pick up some new inventory, especially as we come upon the busiest time of the year. And for you men out there, and maybe even some women, I know that you may be participating in No Shave November, but not us here at John Jones, because we are constantly shaving down our prices to give you the biggest savings possible. Check out our inventory online at johnjonesautogroup.com or give us a call at 877-473-5546. And again, I'm Jalen Moore at John Jones Salem. And remember, you see so many because they pay so little.
Manufacturing engineer. Actively participate in the development of new products, product improvements, and assist in the resolution of technical manufacturing problems for a major producer of sintered metal components. Employer GKN Sinter Metals LLC. Location Salem, Indiana. Domestic travel required. To apply, mail resume, no calls or emails, to S. Shaw at 1670 Opdyke Court, Auburn Hills, Michigan, 48326.
Do you dread the alarm clock? Do you feel like you haven't slept when you hit the snooze? Do others complain about your snoring? Treating adults, children, and teens, Dr. Emily Servance with Schneck Sleep Medicine is specially trained to help you get the most restful sleep possible. Snoring, restless legs, sleep apnea, night terrors, insomnia, all common signs of a sleep disorder. If you think you have a sleep problem, talk to your physician about a referral to Schneck Sleep Medicine. Schneck Sleep Medicine. SchneckMed.org.
We're here at McDonald's Gymnasium for tonight's game. It's time to introduce the starting lineup. And the crowd is on their feet and they're going wild. And here comes the new players. We've got the premium quarter pounders coming in tonight alongside the chicken classic sandwiches. Playing forward tonight, we have got one-of-a-kind McWrap. Guarding your hunger, it looks like we've got McDouble and McChicken coming in. And starting in the center court tonight will be Big Mac. Look on the sideline, folks. We have Chicken McNuggets cheering tonight alongside those golden delicious fries. Hot and always ready. You'll score points every time you bring the family into Salem McDonald's, right here on Main Street, before or after the game. Don't forget to top off your favorite meal with a cold soft drink, that famous Mikie D sweet tea, or something from their full line of smoothies and McCafe coffee drinks. Order inside from 4 a.m. to 11, or get that one-of-a-kind taste 24 hours at the drive-thru. McDonald's, I'm loving it.
Papa John's Epic Stuffed Crust Pizza is back, and you can get a one-topping pizza for just $13. The Epic Stuffed Crust delivers on taste and quality, starting with Papa John's original dough and then hand-stuffed with extra cheese, topped with our signature pizza sauce, more cheese, and the topping of your choice, and then baked to a gooey, crispy, golden goodness. Pick any of the Papa John's toppings to make this the best pizza ever. And don't forget to try the Parmesan-crusted papadillas, now available with the Philly cheesesteak papadilla, barbecue chicken and bacon papadilla, grilled buffalo chicken papadilla, the meatball pepperoni papadilla, and the Italian papadilla. Order online with Papa Rewards. Stop in today at the corner of Main and Hackleberry, or call us anytime at 812-883-3369. And here it comes, and the other got
Indiana football is better.
Hoosier fans, Indiana football tickets are on sale for November home games. Catch the action this fall, Memorial Stadium, as head coach Tom Allen leads the Hoosiers in the battle against the Penn State Nittany Lions on November 5th. For more information or to purchase tickets, visit IUHoosiers.com. Support the Hoosiers in 2022. Go IU.
In the field, the right partner can make all the difference. One that's dependable, straightforward, and is there when you need them. That's LG Seeds. From our...
All right, welcome back here to Eastern High Schools. We're down to under a minute here at halftime as the Musketeers trail 32-13 to the Scottsburg Warriors. And it's just been a plain and simple for me. I mean, we have fell in love with the three-point shot, and 1 of 13, and their only make of the three is by your big guy, and that's not a good percentage. As the Musketeers overall from the field are shooting 20%, 5 of 25. A dismal 7.69% from the three-point line. On the other side, Scottsburg is shooting at 56.5% from the field, 36.4% from the three-point line, going 4 of 11. The Musketeers are getting out-rebounded 18-8 here in the first half, and the Warriors ended the first half on a 17-2 run. It's simple for us. We're getting outworked right now, and, talking to Wes off the air, I think Coach Weatherford's got some kids that's chomping at the bit to earn some playing time at the varsity level, and, some guys better step it up.
Yep, I agree with him. He'll go back with his regular 5 here with Edlin, Cade Anderson, Cade Temple, Cody Bannett, and Jacob Cherry. Now, be Musketeer basketball to start this second half here. As it comes into Cade Temple, he'll go right side to Yancey. Yancey looks inside, nothing there. Now goes the baseline to Jacob Cherry. Now back out top to Anderson. Anderson will reset it. Goes left side now to Temple. Temple being guarded by Jack Miller. Miller. Now Anderson out top with it. Spins. Goes to the middle of the lane. Nothing there. Back to Cherry. Cherry gives it off to Cody Bannett. Bannett now to Cade Anderson. Now left side to KT. KT goes to the baseline to Jacob Cherry. Cherry now. Back out top to Cade Anderson. Now Temple on the right wing. Temple slide it back out top, give it off to Anderson. He'll go down low to Jacob Cherry. Cherry, high post now. Nothing there. Back to Bannett. Bannett will let 3 go. And no good. Rebounded by Jack Miller. Up ahead now to Martin. Martin will let 3 go. No good. Rebounded by Bannett. Bannett on a run out here. Doesn't have numbers. He'll back and give it off to Cade Anderson. Anderson on the right wing, back out top now to Yancey Edlin. It's flipped away. It's kicked by Scottsburg. It'll stay with the Eastern Musketeers.
Well, I see a totally different team who should have had these patience in the first half, and now that you're down 19, we can't have that much patience.
Now Cade off the Temple. Left side to Yancey. Back out top to Temple. Right side now to Cade Anderson. Anderson drives it to the baseline. Nothing there. Gives it back to Bannett. Bannett on the right wing. He'll bring it back out top. Now go right. Now give it off to Anderson. Anderson looks inside. Now dumps it down to Jacob Cherry. Cherry faces up now on the baseline. Backs it down. Back out to Cade Anderson. Now to Yancey. Yancey back to Cade Anderson. He'll dump it down again. Here's a baby hook by Cherry. No good. Rebounded out of there by Zellers. Off to Miller. Down to 6:19. Still 32-13. Zellers thought about a 3. Gives it off to Miller. Now back to Zellers. Now Miller again. Miller down the middle of the lane. Spins. Backs up. 15-footer pull up. Got it. He's pretty good, Mikey.
Yeah, he is.
He's a good ball player. 34-13 now, Scottsburg. Now left side to Cody Bannett. Bannett out top to Kate Anderson. Now ball's about stolen away, and they're going to get Jack Miller for a foul.
Just a lazy pass right there.
As Aiden Miller's going to check in and replace Jacob Cherry. Musketeer basketball here. We're under 6 minutes in the third quarter. Aiden Miller finally gets on the floor here. Now we're going to have, I'm not sure, we're going to have a timeout, I think, by Coach Ray here. It's going to be a 30-second timeout. Mike, keep it here.
Well, I don't think he's got a 30-second. It's got to be a full. I don't know what. I don't. This official was mad that Aiden came in. He didn't think he was motioned in. We put the ball in play, and then they send a sub, and now they want him in. I don't get it.
I don't guess it was a timeout, was it, Mikey?
No, it wasn't a timeout. I don't understand it all.
Here we go, Musketeers. Edlin, baseline, throws it out of bounds, turnover back to Scottsburg. Scottsburg trying to build on this 21-point lead, 34-13. We're 5:41 to go here in the third quarter. Right side to McGinnis now. McGinnis out top to Jack Miller. High post now to Zellers. He turned around, shoots a 15-footer in and out, and rebounded out of there by Kate Anderson. He'll get it off to Yancey. He'll get it across the timeline. Yancey slides it right now to Cody Bannett. Bannett back to Yancey. Yancey shot fake down the middle of the lane. Steps back. Draws a foul, and he's going to go to the line to shoot two, and I believe he's going to draw that foul on Martin of Scottsburg.
Well, I think he's fortunate he gets a foul call there.
Yeah, that far away from the basket especially. Oh. Yancey at the line to shoot two here. Edlin toes the line. Eyes the first one. It's on the way and good. Caden Anderson checks in. Is going to replace Cody Bannett. Yancey with one more. It's on the way and good. 34-15 now. 5:15 to go here in the third quarter as Clancy walks it across. Left side to Jack Miller. Now back to Clancy. Right side now to McGinnis. Back out top to Clancy. Clancy thought about a three. Now swings it left to Jack Miller. He pulls up for a 15-footer. No good. Rebounded by Aiden Miller.
Good rebound by the big guy.
Kate Anderson off to Kate Gibson. Gibson drives baseline. Up with the shot. No good. Rebounded by Clancy at Scottsburg. Clancy down the middle. Shoves off, and it's going to be a charging foul on Cody Clancy. That's the second charge that Kate Anderson took this game.
Yeah, he's done a nice job right there.
As Richardson checks in and replaces Martin. Here's the Musketeers trying to eat into this lead by Scottsburg. Right side to Cade. Now Clancy, or Temple out top. Left side now to Gibson. Gibson for three. Flat. No good. Ball spot four. Temple comes up with it. Spins left side. Up with it and got it. 34-17. 4:22 now. Here's Clancy. To Zellers. Out to Jack Miller. Now Clancy again. Clancy shot fake. Backs it back off, gives it off to Miller. Now back to Clancy again. He'll let three go. No good. Rebound spot four. Aiden Miller with another rebound. Off to Kate Anderson. Anderson with it. Handoff now to Temple. Temple behind the back. Drives middle. Back to Anderson. Anderson shot fake. Step back. Three on the way. No good. Rebounded by Yancey Edlin. Edlin drives middle. Dumps it down to Aiden Miller. Miller goes to work. Up. No good. Blocked away by Zellers, and Miller comes out there with it. He's on the run. Left side. Up. Off the glass. No good. Rebounded by Caden Temple. Up ahead to Anderson now. 3:30 to go here in the third quarter. Edlin with it. Back. Now gives it off to Anderson. Anderson out top of the key with it now. And he'll go to Caden Temple. Temple with it now, being guarded by Jack Miller. Off to Anderson. Baseline now to Yancey Edlin. Edlin now drives middle. Kicks it out to Gibson. Gibson shot fake. Cross court now to Temple. Temple drives it baseline. Kicked out of bounds by Scottsburg. Going to stay with the Musketeers. We passed up 3 shots there, Mikey. We took in the first half.
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
I guess their arms are sore.
3:05 to go here in the third quarter. Musketeers trailing by 17. Looks like we got Yancey coming on the sideline. He must have a little blood on him. He's been attended to by our trainer. Give him a chance to take care of that.
You know, and here's the thing. We're down 17 with 3 to go. If you can get this to 10, you give yourself an opportunity in the fourth quarter to make a comeback here and make a ball game of this. But, you know, we haven't got anything to go offensively.
So, Musketeer basketball, Yancey to trigger it in for the Musketeers underneath their own basket here. Comes in to Caden Temple. Temple sets the play up. They'll drive it, slide it left. Now looking to penetrate. They're trying to clear it out for KT, it looks like. Now we'll go down low to Jacob Cherry. Cherry looking to back it in. Up, and he's going to be fouled by Zellers and goes line to shoot 2. Pretty good defense by Zellers right there.
It was. And, you know, the thing about it is he's got us pushed off the block so far.
So Jacob Terry's the line to shoot 2 for the Musketeers. He eyes the first one. It's on the way, and he rolls it in. Jacob will have one more to try to cut this down to a 15-point lead by Scottsburg. Second one's on the way and also good. So 34-19, 2:40 to go here in the third. Right side to Miller. Miller. Now to Zellers. High post to Richardson. Richardson back out to Clancy. Now here's McGinnis for a 3. Got it. 37-19. Scottsburg on top. Here's Cherry. Cherry now spins. Loses control, gets it off, turnover, off to Clancy now. Clancy on the move. Kicks it out to Miller. Miller's going to let 3 go. Got it. Timeout, Musketeers. 2:05 to go here in the third. Scottsburg on top of the Eastern Musketeers. 40-19. We'll step away here, word from our sponsors. We'll be back to you in a moment. You're listening to Musketeer Basketball on WSLM out of Salem, Indiana.
Hoop season is back on WSLM. Whether you're listening to local high school girls and boys basketball, IU or Purdue men's basketball, or the Indiana Pacers, you'll need to get dialed in to the WSLM Sports Zone to follow all the action this season. And what better way to enjoy the game on WSLM than to pair it with great food from Papa John's? Go to your Papa John's app to order for pickup or delivery. Call 812-883-3369 or stop in at their location at the corner of Main and Hackberry Street. Either way, stop in for a hot, fresh pizza, breadsticks, wings, or desserts, and a cold drink today. And keep your radio tuned to WSLM for hoops action all season long. And to hear more great specials from your Papa John's in Salem.
All right, welcome back here to Eastern High School. As coming out of a Musketeer timeout as they trail 40-19 with 2:05 here to go in the third period. Not been much of an offensive night for the Musketeers, and, you know, it's just been a lot of settling for jump shots.
Yep, it sure has, Mikey. You know, they've kind of taken KT out of the game here a little bit. Now he's not had much scoring opportunity here, but you know, we've not knocked down shots. And like you said, they're pushing Jacob away from the block so much. Zellers is sitting right now, so I think it's something we need to take advantage of. There it goes down low to Jacob. Jacob turns, and he's going to be hammered. It's either going to be on McGinnis or Richardson.
Take your pick.
Will be on McGinnis. It'll be his first, team's fifth. There's Yancey. Yancey over the top now. Bad pass, and Caden Gibson's going to come up with it. Now left side. Now down low to Jacob Cherry off the glass, and he got it. 40-21 now.
Our best offense all night.
Here's Bold off the glass. No good. Temple loses the handle. He's going to get it off to Yancey. Yancey will get it across half court here. Now right side to Cody Bannett. Bannett down low to Jacob again. Jacob's got to go to work right here. Back to Bannett. Look at him again. Now they're doubling down. Now here we go. Down to Cherry with a little baby hook, and he got it again. I'm telling you right now, he's got to touch the basketball every time down the floor right now.
Right.
At least touch it and draw a double team, Mikey. You know.
Oh, I agree. I mean, this is your opportunity to try to make a game of it.
And there's Richardson for about a 25-footer, and he buries it.
But that's the flip side of it. Yep. He's got to come out and guard.
So 23-43. Warriors on top by 20. Here's Edlin. Cross court to Bannett. We're going to have an offensive foul on Yancey Edlin. So 36 seconds to go here in the third quarter. Musketeers trailing by 20. Kate Anderson checks in and replaces Caden Gibson. Here's Clancy. Clancy now. Off to Richardson. The Bowles on the left side. Back out top. Ball stolen away by Yancey. Yancey up off the glass. No good. Out of bounds. Off the Musketeers, and it'll go to the Scottsburg Warriors. And Zellers will check back in and replace Bowles for the Scottsburg Warriors. 15 seconds to go here in the third quarter. Scottsburg with a chance to stretch this thing out even more. Clancy with it now. Drives it left. Goes all the way in off the glass, and he lays it in. Should have been goaltending, but he hit it anyways. So 45-23. Down to 2. 1. No good. And that'll bring us to the end of the third quarter. The Musketeers trailing the Scottsburg Warriors 45-23. We'll be back in just a moment to bring you fourth quarter action here from Eastern. You're listening to Musketeer Basketball on Wslm out of Salem, Indiana.
We're here at McDonald's Gymnasium for tonight's game. It's time to introduce the starting lineup, and the crowd is on their feet, and they're going wild. And here comes the new players. We've got the premium quarter pounders coming in tonight, alongside the chicken classic sandwiches. Playing forward tonight, we have got one-of-a-kind McWrap. Guarding your hunger, it looks like we've got McDouble and McChicken coming in. And starting in the center court tonight will be Big Mac. Look on the sideline, folks. We have Chicken McNuggets cheering tonight alongside those golden delicious fries. Hot and always ready. You'll score points every time you bring the family into Salem McDonald's. Right here on Main Street, before or after the game. Don't forget to top out your favorite meal with a cold soft drink, that famous Mikie D sweet tea, or something from their full line of smoothies and McCafe coffee drinks. Order inside from 4 a.m. to 11, or get that one-of-a-kind taste 24 hours at the drive-thru. McDonald's, I'm loving it.
All right, welcome back here to start the final period of play as the Musketeers trail 45-23 Scottsburg basketball.
All right, here comes Clancy. Clancy with it. Slides it left to Martin. He'll hand it off to Miller. Now back out top to Clancy. Clancy with it. Back to Miller. Here's Zellers. Zellers thought about a three. Now back to Clancy at the top of the key. Right side to McGinnis. McGinnis, short corner now to Zellers. Zellers will slide it back out top and give it off to Clancy. Clancy backs it off. He'll let three go. No good. Rebounded by Zellers. Zellers up with it. Got it. 47-23. 7.5 to go in the ball game. Now I think it's damage control right now, Mikey.
Yeah, I agree.
Here's Yancey.
You just want to see him compete this last 8 minutes.
Here's an 8-footer by Cherry, no good. Rebounded by Martin of Scottsburg. Here's Miller up ahead to Clancy. He'll drive a baseline, cross court to McGinnis, back to Martin. Martin 3, no good. Rebounded out of there by Cade Anderson, and he'll be fouled by Clancy. And I believe that'll be his third, Mikey. So the Musketeers in the bonus now, here on out. That could be a long fourth quarter if we make it that way. Well, here's Musketeers. Right side to Anderson. Anderson with it now. He'll slide it left. Give it off to KT. KT looks down low. We're jamming it up so bad down there we can't even throw it into Jacob. Now here's Cody. Cody Bannett for 3. Got it. 47-26. Clancy. The Zellers. Down the middle of the lane. Blocked away by Cherry.
That's a pretty good block by Jacob there.
.6:28 to go in the ball game. 47-26. Here's Zellers for a 3. No good. Rebounded by KT. Now Temple. Up ahead to Cody. Inside to Jacob Cherry. Cherry now. Up with the left hand. No good. Ball spot 4. Brought out of there by Martin. Martin up ahead now to McGinnis. McGinnis going to get called with a travel here. The turnover back to the Musketeers with 6:07 to go in the contest.
You know, Scottsburg's only played about 7 guys.
Yeah. Bowles and McGinnis is about the only ones they played off the bench, I think.
Yeah. But they don't lose nothing.
Just checked in from McGinnis. Did you get that one?
Yeah, Richardson.
Okay. Here's Bannett. Inside to Cherry. Cherry now. Turns. Out to Cade A. Cade. Now off to Bannett. Bannett. Up and under. No good. Ball tipped away by Caden Temple. Back to Anderson. Anderson thought about a 3. Now goes back to Temple out top. Now here's Yancey. Left side to Cody. Cody shot fake. He's going to get called for a travel. Those are unforced turnovers, Mikey.
Yeah, just being in a hurry.
I get the sense of urgency. I mean, we need to have a little sense of urgency right now, but we can't be turning the basketball over. Down 21 here. Here's Miller. Clancy for 3. Got it. 50-26 now with 5:17 to go. Aiden Miller set to check into the next dead ball along with Caden Gibson. Here's Temple. Off to Yancey. Yancey down low to Jacob Cherry. Cross court to Cody Bannett for a 3. Got it! Here's Martin. Lays it up and, well, 52-29. Yancey drives it middle. Back to Jacob. 15-footer. No good. Rebounded out of there by Martin of Scottsburg. Clancy up ahead now to Zellers. Zellers eyes a 3, and he buries it. And we got Jacob Cherry on the floor right now. .55-29 with 4:30 to go here, and I think Jacob's going to be okay. I think he just kind of turned the wrong way a little bit down here, got crossed up a little bit.
I think Aiden was coming to get him anyway.
Good sport up there by Zellers coming over to check on Jacob. You got a big boy who can step out there and shoot 3s like that. That's pretty effective.
I think this will be a fun matchup to watch them in Brownstown.
Oh, yeah.
Watching Brownstown the other night play Providence, they got a special player up there, and he's going to be really good, and he already is good, and this will be a good matchup with them.
I'd say Scottsburg probably going to take that game a little personal too.
Yeah, I'd like to know where it is. I'd like to know if we're playing.
Here's the Musketeers. Here's Bannock. Steps back, 15-footer, and he buries it again. Bannock kind of come alive right here now, Mikey.
Well, and that's the thing you got to try to get out of this. Can you get him going into Friday night, seeing the ball go in?
Clancy, rebounded Zeller, up and in. Well, Kay tried to get in there and get it. He just got too much height from Zellers there. He went and got that ball. So 57-31, we're under 4 minutes to go. I'm going back. I'm going to try to find Bannock again. They're going to him again. He'll let 3 more go. No good. Gets his own rebound. I don't think that's out of bounds, is it, Mikey? If it's off the side of the backboard, it shouldn't be out.
Shouldn't be if it's off the side, but I don't know if it hits what they're actually calling it hit there. But Martin's out and McGinnis is back in for Scottsburg. And they're not going to take the foot off the accelerator. No. They're going to keep it rolling.
Here's Clancy to McGinnis. Right side. Baseline now to Zellers. Dumps it back down. Ball stolen away. All behind the back by Richardson to Zellers for pretty pass there for 2.
Well, he made a horrible first pass and got it back and made a spectacular pass.
Yancey. Temple. Now Gibson. Gibson turns it over. Here's Clancy on the run out. Up. Off the glass. Got it. 61-31 now. 30-point lead by the Scottsburg Warriors. Here's Edlin. Gives it off to Temple. Temple spins back to the middle lane. Now bringing it back out. Well, Miller's he's quick and he's got a lot of length.
Yeah.
He's able to stay there with KT. Yancey with it now. Gives it off to Gibson. Down low to Aiden Miller. Miller up with the right hand. No good. Gets his own rebound off the glass and got it. Should have been an and one. 61-33. Zellers. McGinnis. Baseline. Jack Miller for 3. No good. Rebounded by Bannock. Up ahead to Temple. Temple. Back to Bannock. Bannock drives baseline. Cross court to Gibson. Gibson out to Yancey for 3. No good. Rebounded by Zellers again. Down to 2-12. Up ahead now to McGinnis. He'll let 3 go. Buries it. Timeout, Scottsburg. 64-33 with 2:07 to go as Bowles checks in and replaces Jack Miller, and he's probably done for the night. I don't know who come in just now for Caden Gibson, but it looks like Connor Cleek's going to check in and get some action tonight too. As Cleek will come in and he'll replace Aiden Miller. Musketeers going small now.
Yeah.
So 2:06. There's Temple. Going to get a timeout by Coach Weatherford. I believe it'll be a full timeout, so we'll take this opportunity, step away, hear a word from our sponsors. We'll be back to you in just a moment. You're listening to Musketeer Basketball on WSLM out of Salem, Indiana.
Hoop season is back on WSLM. Whether you're listening to local high school girls and boys basketball, IU or Purdue men's basketball, or the Indiana Pacers, you'll need to get dialed in to the WSLM Sports Zone to follow all the action this season. And what better way to enjoy the game on WSLM than to pair it with great food from Papa John's? Go to your Papa John's app to order for pickup or delivery. Call 812-883-3369 or stop in at their location at the corner of Main and Hackberry Street. Either way, stop in for a hot, fresh pizza, breadsticks, wings, or desserts, and a cold drink today. And keep your radio tuned to WSLM for hoops action all season long. And to hear more great specials from your Papa John's in Salem.
All right, welcome back here to Eastern High School. As we got 2 minutes to go here in the final quarter. Score update from Salem. Brownstown beats the Lions 83-42. Not much better up there than it was here tonight.
Here's Temple. Anderson. Anderson thought about a 3. Now the little floater in. No good. Richardson with a rebound. Up ahead to Bowles. Bowles with it now. Cross court now to McGinnis. He'll let 3 more go. No good. Rebound is out of bounds, and it's going to stay with Scottsburg. Scottsburg good, better than just about every aspect of the game tonight, Mikey.
Oh, yeah,
Bennett was still up ahead to Cade Anderson. He'll lay it off the glass and got it. So 64-35, minute and a half to go here in the contest. Ball comes into Bowles. Bowles with it to Richardson. Left side now.
had a sub that got in on us.
Little's in now. McGinnis
Then for Zeller.
Yep. Now Bowles on the right side. Bowles down the middle. He'll dribble it back out. Off to Richardson. Richardson back to Bowles. Bowles will let three go. No good. Rebound is fought for him. We're going to get a foul on number 14, Mata. That is checked in. Did you have him in there too, Mike?
I got him in there right there just the last second.
We've got another sub for Scottsburg.
I don't have these guys on the roster.
Well, number 12 and 25 comes in.
So
Now, I think Connor Cleek at the line for his first varsity free throws as a freshman with a 1-and-1. Cleek's first one is up and no good. Rebounded by Cody Bannett. Bannett backs it in. Ball still fought for, and it's going to stay with the Musketeers as it goes out of bounds with 58 seconds to go here in this contest. Musketeers trailing 64-35. Into Cade Anderson. Anderson back to Edlin. Edlin's three. No good. Rebounded by Cade A. Anderson. Ball's going to be flipped out of bounds, and it's going to go over to Scottsburg. 50 seconds to go here in the ballgame. Bowles has it for Scottsburg. He'll get it across half court here and dribble it back out. Give it off to number 25. 25 was a little runner, and he got it.
I don't know who we're going to give that to because I ain't got him on the roster.
Just give it to Bowles. Here's Cade A for a long three, and he buried it. Anderson with a three. 66-38, 25 seconds left. Bowles flipped away. And it's going to be out of bounds off the Musketeers and stay with the Warriors underneath their own basket here with 20.7 to go here in the contest. Bowles triggered in. Gives it to number 25. He's with another runner. No good. Ball spot for. Hit back in by KT to Bannett. Up ahead to Yancey. Down to 10. Edlin now. Back to Cade Anderson for another three. No good, and he'll be fouled by Mata and go to the line to shoot 3 free throws with 5.7 seconds to go. A pretty big boy. Cade A.
Yeah.
He's feeling that one.
You know, as everybody's filing out here, you know, it wasn't the outcome when Musketeers was hoping for, and the one thing I've watched is Coach Weatherford hasn't stopped coaching all night.
Nope. He won't stop coaching as Cade A misses his first free throw here, and he'll have 2 more coming to him. I knew their speed and their size, Mikey, was going to bother us tonight, but I didn't think it would be as bad as, and I think we've let them get away with it a lot too. We've let them do some. He misses the second one too, and I don't know if Cade will miss 2 more free throws the rest of the year, Mikey. I mean, he's typically a really, really good free throw shooter. He gets 1 more here. The third one is on the way, and he buries it.
Well, and it's been just one of those nights shooting the ball. I mean,
down to 3, and that'll be it. That'll bring us to the end of the game. The final score here from Eastern, the Scottsburg Warriors come in and get a win over our Eastern Musketeers, 66-39. We'll step away here. Word from our sponsors. Be back to you in just a moment to give you final stats from this ball game here. And you're listening to Musketeer Basketball, WSLM out of Salem, Indiana.
We're here at McDonald's Gymnasium for tonight's game. It's time to introduce the starting lineup, and the crowd is on their feet, and they're going wild. And here comes the new players. We've got the premium quarter pounders coming in tonight, alongside the chicken classic sandwiches. Playing forward tonight, we have got one-of-a-kind McWrap. Guarding your hunger, it looks like we've got McDouble and McChicken coming in. And starting in the center court tonight will be Big Mac. Look on the sideline, folks. We have Chicken McNuggets cheering tonight alongside those golden delicious fries. hot and always ready. You'll score points every time you bring the family into Salem McDonald's, right here on Main Street, before or after the game. Don't forget to top off your favorite meal with a cold soft drink, that famous Mikie D sweet tea, or something from their full line of smoothies and McCafe coffee drinks. Order inside from 4 a.m. to 11, or get that one-of-a-kind taste 24 hours at the drive-thru. McDonald's, I'm loving it.
The Shack is back. That's right, the Shackaroni Pizza is back at Papa John's in Salem. Not only will you be getting an extra-large pizza designed by Shack, but you'll be helping others. Feed a Shack-sized family with the Shackaroni. Get 8 foldable Shack-sized slices loaded with extra cheese and extra pepperoni on each extra-large slice for $13.99. For each Shackaroni sold between October 17th and December 24th, 2022, Papa John's will donate $1 to the Canadian Food Rescue Program's Second Harvest. Every dollar will supply 2 or more meals to people in need. Call 812-883-3369 today to place your delivery or carry-out order. Or use the Papa John's app to start earning Papa Rewards. Better pizza, better ingredients. Papa John's.
Every 6 minutes, a utility line is damaged by reckless digging. So Indiana relies on 811 superheroes like Steve the plumber. I contact 811 before I do my work. Mary the gardener.
Before I plant a tree, I contact 811.
And Mike the landscaper. I dig for a living, but always contact 811. Prevent damages or injury. Call 811 or go online, indiana811.org.
Sponsored by the Indiana Utility Regulatory Commission, this station, and the Indiana Broadcasters Association.
All right, welcome back here to Eastern High School here as the Musketeers fall to the Scottsburg Warriors tonight, 66-39. Coach Weatherford stopped by to chat with us here. Appreciate him stopping by. Coach, first things first, I know the outcome wasn't what you wanted it to be tonight. None of us wanted it to be a tough game. You knew it would be tough, but I thought with the kids that started the game with you, you couldn't have asked for much more than those 5 kids that stepped out on the floor in the first quarter for you there tonight.
Yeah, absolutely not. They done what we wanted. They kept us in the game. Basically, the starters in, and so yeah, hats off to those guys. We scouted Scottsburg. They can shoot the ball. They play a 5 out. You can either let them shoot it. You can let them drive it. What we tried to do, and we did. They only shot how many free throws? 2?
I think so. Yeah, they shot 2 free throws.
Yeah, so our game plan was, hey, we wasn't going to let them get us on the break. They did that, and they were successful at it. They break 2 every time. So we didn't do as well with that, but we didn't want them shooting free throws because they're going to shoot 85%. So some of the stuff that we wanted to do, we were able to do. Obviously, some of it we weren't. And they're a good team. I mean, I don't take my hat off to them. You shoot the ball like they did. We went in at halftime. They shot 54, 55%. We shot right at 30. But you're not going to be in the game. You don't shoot the ball any better than that. We got to try to find them a way to manufacture points. Then we got Cherry posting, got the ball in low. Late in the game, it worked for us. But we'd already played a half and shoot the ball away jump shot.
Did you feel like, Coach, in the first half your team was kind of settling for jump shots?
Yeah, and I'm all right with inside out. We've got to score enough points to win the game. If you don't shoot it, you don't have any chance. And so we weren't doing a good job of getting Cherry where we wanted him. He was wanting to float and shoot. Worst thing could happen, he made one early. And he can make a shot.
Sure.
But we got to try to manufacture points, or stall the ball. Would we have won if we stalled the ball? No, I don't think so. And so I think we will learn from this game. We played a really good team. So conference-wise, they're going to be one of the top teams in the conference. That's who we've got to beat. We didn't, so we'll go back and we'll work harder. And look at the things that we didn't do well and things we did well. But we still didn't score enough points in the ball game.
Yeah, and we knew, and you guys knew coming in how long and how athletic this team is. How do you adjust from this going to Friday night, moving forward? What's your message to your kids tomorrow afternoon when you go to work and practice?
Well, we won't talk a whole lot about this team because we done spent last 3 days talking about it. We don't have to play them good. They're not in our sectional, so we'll move right on into West Washington. But there's a lot we can learn from this. Cherry posts us and we go inside out. Well, your rhythm is good and you can make some shots. So they've really stayed with the 7-man rotation. I think it's something there, but an 8-man rotation. So, we'll learn from it. In we got West Washington coming up. They've already beat Salem. They're here tonight. We know what we got to do. And hopefully, we'll learn from this game. But I like the inside out late. I didn't like what we got early. We were settling. No inside out, just jump up shooting it. We got some shooters. We don't have shooters like us.
Yeah.
I mean, them guys, we went in, like I said, last time they'd already shot 54%. Them, we just don't have that kind of arsenal. So we got to find ways to score. Best way inside out. So we'll keep working on it. See what we can come up with.
And I, compliment Wyatt Zellers to have the kid, 6'9". He can stroke the basketball out there. He's a good shooter and he can go inside out and rebound the ball. And then you got Clancy and Miller kid. They're just really, really talented at all 5 positions here. And I think at certain times we matched up very well with them. And I just think on the offensive end, their length and their speed kind of bothered us a little bit.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, they're 6'3", 6'4" across the line. All of them can shoot it. All of them's a threat. That's why he plays 5 out circles. He knew what he was going to play, and for the most part, the circles didn't bother us at all.
Yeah.
He accomplished one of the things he wanted to do. He said, hey, let's try to make them put it on the floor. Not give them to, don't foul them. He did that, but I don't know how many threes they hit.
Looks like they hit 10 of 25 tonight. And that's pretty good.
Yeah. You've got to respond either inside or inside out, and we just one of them going really good tonight. Finally, we did it.
I just cut you off. You're good.
Well, I think we're done, Coach. I think we're done.
I'm used to how I have it.
Hey, love you. Love you. Stay with it. I know you will. We'll be there Friday night. Yeah.
Well.
Yeah. Yep.
Dude, I was just going to be thinking. That's just how I have it.
I know. I had them all plugged in over on you. That's all right. You're going home with Lucas. Okay. I'll see you in a minute.
I do have one now. I appreciate taking out. How many do I have in the extra?